In this video, I'm going to talk about why you should never respect anything from anybody. I know for a fact that deep down in the inside, there's always a reason for why we feel a certain type of way and we expect others to reciprocate that same energy. It's like if I give you a form of respect, I expect that same respect back or them same values as I see such. But in the end, you're always going to be at a losing point of view because you're not understanding that certain type of points or certain type of vendettas that people hold, they don't want to have any of your own expectations that you put on them. And whether you understand that or not, a person is not obligated to do something out of their own free will just because you did a considerable action for them. Now, as being an empath and understanding, like, I'm emphasizing these views and perspectives in order to like gain respect from that other person, I was losing myself. I undervalued my purpose for one, making these videos for y'all, but also understanding that, hey, I'm at a certain type of point in my life where these things are going to come at the point of my own life. There's no reason for me to expect somebody to do certain things for me as if I can't do them for myself. The purpose for giving and the purpose for why I give to the homeless man on the street, whether they're broke or not. I'm going to give you my last dollar. And it's not because it's a form. I was always taught to give back to the people in need. My parents always would give my old clothes to the Salvation Army. They would always give or donate things to kids in need. Like, a little story about me for, anybody that wants to understand why I come from expecting others to do what's expected for me. But I was once a little kid and I went to the Dominican Republic with my family, and I realized that I could give people things that my parents have brought in progression of what I needed. So we gave these little kids these packet of markers, and we gave a lot of what we had brought, like, from the USA to them. So I don't think we think how much blessed we are in America, but that's a separate video. That's just my little consensus of how I feel about certain type of things about giving and gaining respect. Seeing those kids, their faces light up. They don't speak a lick of English, but the words that they represented was a thank you, was kind of fulfilling in a certain type of way. And as I came back to the United States, I realized that even though we say we're the kindest country ever, we have a lot of what we gain, and people take advantage of what we're valued. Like, certain type of people in my area, I feel like they give a certain type of way of prowess when it comes to me just after, like, expecting them to give me the same type of courtesy back. It's like I drive everywhere, or you're the driver everywhere, and you expect somebody to at least offer you a drive. But unless you're not using your words, those people aren't going to do that for themselves unless you ask, which is like a form of weirdness, and in a sense it's normalized because you shouldn't really be trying to ask people for things that you already know that you can do for yourself. But it's like, if I'm expecting this person to take me to this place, even though I've driven 1,000 times to this place, then obviously I'm going to feel a certain type of way, and it feels like I'm getting used. So I guess you can teach people, like, hey, these are acts of kindnesses. It's like if somebody opens a door and I'm walking out the same way, you will want that person to open up the door too. But like I said, people aren't taught that. In human nature, we reconcile with the fact of being a narcissist. And that is like literally the epitome of doom. It's like, bro, we are sitting here feeling like we are losers because we are not gaining a certain type of expectations that we feel like we're putting on the other people. It's forced it's forced biasness, to be honest. Like, we're really struggling as a unit and as a society because we're not placing our own mannerisms onto other type of people. Kindness should be a certain type of way of allowing everybody in this world to indulge in certain type of ways and activities that we can all flourish in. That means an act of kindness is given out for free, whether it's some type of transactional value. Just because a person out of their own way gives you something from their own heart because they don't have any type of ill intentions, but you use it as an ill intentions in itself, or you take advantage of that person, that makes you the wrong person. Manipulating and gaslighting people to keep giving you things over and over again because you know they're a giving type of person is wrong, bro. Why do you since believe in the idea of taking advantage of people because they have a good nature to them? Like, I've always realized about people that they have a hard time understanding that, oh, this person is a giver, but I'm going to take advantage. But the really reason why I had bad like experiences with expecting others to come through with me, my mom had passed away, and that drove me into like really trying to be a people pleaser. Like, in the sense where it's like people understood that my mother passed away and some other people didn't, but mentally being deteriorated and asking for respect come in hand as well. Like, you feel so entitled to give these people tenfold of what you was offered. I come from a great upbringing, so having to give, a half of what my friends wanted, you feel me, because they did not grow up in the same predicament that I did, forced me to get a lot of people jealous of me just because I came from a good home. And that's when I realized, like, deep down, bro, people have so much of like, they expect you to be this, be that. They expect you to go to work, follow a family dynamic, continue a cycle, and you don't want to do that. Like, and once you come to the fact that, oh, I can be discerning and I can say no, then you get called broke and you get hated on because you don't want to do a certain type of thing for a certain type of person. And it's like, why? Why would you get mad at a certain type of person because they're finally accepting the fact that you're not a good person for making them give all of these valuable things about themselves, whether that come to being materialistic, their personality, or their character. Like, they're giving an ounce of what you're not even owed, and you're expecting them. That's when other people expect you to give something, then you're the person in the wrong now. You see how like transversal that is, like how like optimistic that could be. Look at the wide range of like how things are put in our society. People feel a certain type of way when they're not getting what they're expected to get from you, and you're mad at them because they're not expecting you, or you're not expecting them to give the certain type of qualities and quantities about yourself that you give upon them. It's an everlasting cycle. And if people just understood that respect can be reciprocated without denouncing the means of manipulation, gaslighting, and taking advantage of people, then we can all be a comfortable, compatible society, whether it comes to relationships or platonic bonds. People are always losing certain type of qualities about themselves that they are expecting to receive from a certain type of person. Like, while you realize that half of these things that go on and you believe in them and you can feel a certain type of way, or you're losing a certain type of quality about yourself, I mean, it's like a breath of fresh air when you can finally get a person that you don't have to expect things from. It could just be reciprocated. Like, one day you give a person the shoes off your feet, the next day they're buying you a whole new brand new pair of shoes. Like, I would love a platonic bond where in the same group we're all giving towards other people. Like, I would love feeling in a certain type of way where we can all care for one another and actually believe that we are all owed some type of what we're owed. But like I said, this is not a fairy tale. This is not a Busby. This is not something that I can look at a storyline with a happy ending, because people are always going to feel undervalued. People are always going to feel like they're expected of you to do this said thing for them. And whether that comes from mommy issues, dad issues, or things that are traumatically induced into the giving nature and expecting people to give back, I mean, that's something that you got to find out through internalized healing. And once I realized that while going through therapy, and my therapist being like, you can separate people out of your life that you feel like don't reciprocate that same energy, and the people that do, you put on a higher degree, you put them on a higher pedestal, and you penalize the people that don't give that said thing back, so they don't understand what goes on in your life. You don't have to give people stories about your life, how interesting your life is, because they'll take it and use that as their own energy. I don't know why people use certain type of qualities about other people to make themselves feel better, but it's nasty work. And while you're stressing, understand those problems are used for yourself and not for others to deprive them of their own real character. Don't expect people to do things for you just because you did things for them. And the people that do, put them at a higher standstill than the other people around you that feel like they're bigger than the program. But that is the end of the video, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this. This is my second upload. But like I said, these videos are stacked up back to back. So y'all understand where I'm coming from and stuff like that. I hope y'all enjoying these videos. And continue to support, man. Because, you know, I'm bumping these out. Like I said, I'm trying to make it, man. Trying to make it, having these vocal points, doing all the other type of stuff. But these are for y'all. And these are my memoirs as well. This is my personal journal. And you know, driving myself through journaling and actually, you know, representing them through video format. I hope y'all can enjoy the words that I sow, because it took months and months of journaling and, you know, depression. And it's not a trend. It's completely coming on here and saying my truth and using this as therapy as much as I'm giving y'all the content. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. As always, have a blessed day, afternoon, morning, and I'll see y'all in the next video.